Hey everybody, GreenWolfxAURORA here with the update to my Red Dead Redemption 2 texture issue. I do have a solution. It's not a fix. There is no fix for something like this. It is an engine limitation, but this solution here gives a nice balance between having your higher res textures load further away and then not having extremely jarring pop-in issues with trees and other objects as well. So to get into the solution, what you're going to want to do is load your game, go to your graphics settings, and make sure that every setting is exactly how you want it. The reason that's important is because once that's saved, you're going to shut your game down, and then we're going to go into your system XML file, and we're going to change some stuff. And once that's been changed and saved, you're not going to be able to go back into your game and change your graphics through the game without breaking this fix. So make sure your graphics are all set exactly how you want them. Save, shut your game down, and then we're going to find this file right here. Now I came across this solution when I was doing a bunch of modding on my game, and here is it. So you're going to want to go to your PC. Mine's in my C file, but whatever, my C drive, wherever your users is located. So go to your C drive, users, go to your username, documents, Rockstar, Red Dead Redemption 2, settings, and then you'll find your system XML file. I'm going to delete these because it helps with my frames and my performance. But anyways, we'll load into this, and we will scroll all the way down until you see LOD scale value. Yours will most likely say 1 with 6 zeros. Bump it up to 1.25 with 4 zeros. That right there is the fix, so go down and press save. Once that's saved, right click on the file, go to properties, hit read only, apply it, and then hit OK. And that should fix your textures. Now you will still have low res textures, but they will be much further away. A lot of people are saying on Reddit, set to 1.5, 1.7. Those settings are way too high. It will fix the texture issues, and the textures will actually load even further. But when those textures are loading up that far and that number is that high, you're going to start noticing a lot of really abrupt pop-in when it comes to trees and objects. It's going to be very jarring. It's going to impact your immersion quite a bit. Like, you're going to see entire tree lines disappear and then reappear right in front of you. It's objects disappearing and reappearing. It is normal. It is how the game renders the objects, like trees and walls and rocks and textures and stuff like that. But when you change that value too high, you're going to notice it like crazy. 1.25 is a nice balance between having long range, higher res textures and not being extremely, not having extreme abrupt texture and object pop in, which can be very, very impactful on your immersion if you love the immersion of Red Dead 2. That beeping there was just one of my mods starting. So once you're in here, you're going to hit Alt-Enter. Just make sure you're running it in full screen. That's just my reshade up top, adjusting to my full screen. And so we'll start the story here. The reason you want to do Alt-Enter and to get into full screen is a lot of the times the game will load into Windows borderless, windowed borderless, even if you have it set to full screen. Have no idea why, but it does. Anytime you Alt-Tab, Red Dead Redemption 2 will also go to window borderless. So anytime you Alt-Tab and Alt-Tab back into the game, hit Alt-Enter, you'll go back into full screen. It just makes sure you're running full screen mode, so you're getting the most out of your frames. If anybody's wondering what reshade I'm running, it's a custom reshade. I am running Vestigia's graphics and environment overhaul. It's one of my mods, but this is my reshade. Scroll lightly through the options here if you want to recreate this.
Good morning, Uncle Arthur.
Okay.
Morning.
There we go. So that's my reshade. Alright, loaded. Let's go fly over to where I had my video with the low-res textures. This way. So you can see all these trees popping in and out. This is the load scale value. Oh, we're gonna have a rainstorm. We might have to camp this one out. It might be. Oh, it might not be too bad. Let's get here before the fog comes. Alright. So you can see the rocks already. Fully loaded. Textures. Those textures were horrible in my last video. Like PS2 textures. It is a little bit low res right there, but that's an anomaly. I think that's just kind of like that because it's an out of bounds rock. And a lot of the textures outside of the map are very, very low res. But yeah, so everything's looking really good, like so much better than my last video. Just to show that there's kind of an anomaly. Let's gonna fly over to a different location here, and we'll see just how far the textures are actually rendering. You can actually see the textures pop in at a distance here. The rock I like to use is a little big tree on the end there in the middle of the screen. I'm going to drop myself right here. It's a little bit foggy, but you can see that nice crisp line, that nice crisp vein throughout the rocks there. As I move backwards, so let me go up to this rock here. This is about the distance. So it's still nice and crisp way over here. You'll notice once I get to the end of this rock, though, it'll start dropping to a low-res texture. There we go. It's starting to go low-res. Okay, it's foggy, but now that's super low-res. You no longer have that crisp line. If there's no fog there, it looks like PS2 graphics. But that is way further than my original video. You see, as I come closer, you'll see that line and the resolution come nice and you're fully rendered there, and like that is a far distance away. There's obviously still some blurring from the TAA in the game, but anti-aliasing. But even the rocks down there are nice and rendered. Like these are far compared to the original rocks in my other video. Like these textures are looking good. I am running a 2K texture mod, just to make sure that it's just my textures are a lot more HD, but it shouldn't. The texture mod should not change how that gets loaded in. That would be the LOD scale, or the LOD scale, however it's pronounced. That will determine how far away the textures get loaded into the game. So another area we can go to. It's very noticeable is the canyon over here. These textures look really bad because I'm flying at a speed faster than what the game can render the textures. But once we get here, like that's a fully rendered texture. Like these textures are looking way better. Like even if you bump it up to like a 1.3. You see walking here, like that looks pretty good. Even if you bump up to 1.3, you're gonna notice a lot of trees, like tree lines like this, like disappearing, reappearing, popping. Oops, twisted my ankle. It's very jarring. It can get really bad. But yeah, I hope this fixes a lot of your issues. I'm enjoying it so much better now. It's the game feels so much better. It looks so much better. Yeah. So just to recap, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to come into your settings, go into your graphics. I'm not gonna go into mine because it'll mess everything up. But go into your graphics, set up everything exactly how you want it, and then shut your game down. Go into your system XML file for Red Dead Redemption 2, found in your documents, in your underneath your user and your PC files. And then you're going to want to change your LOD scale from 1 with 6 zeros to 1.25 with 4 zeros. Save that file, exit out of it, right click on that file, go down to properties, read only, apply, and OK. And you'll be able to load your game back up. You can still change your controls, display, audio, general, and camera. These tiles here don't affect the change we just did. Just don't go back into your graphics. If you notice that you're in windowed borderless and you want to get back into full screen, don't do that into here, because it will also change it. Just press Alt Enter and that will get you back into full screen. I do hope that this fix is helpful for anybody who had the same issues, who came to my channel, who was looking for a solution. But I mean, it's not perfect. It won't be perfect, unfortunately. It's just an engine limitation. I mean, this is already so much better. So yeah, I hope it helped. If it helped you, leave a like and a comment. Let me know if your game is looking so much better and if you're a lot happier to play with nicer textures. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next one.